Welcome back to the channel, all-round Manchester United chat. Not seen you since Tottenham, Webby. You was at Aston Villa. First thing I've got to ask you, how was Aston Villa?
I'll be truthful with you, Tony. It's probably one of the most boring games I've ever been to in my life. I was bored. I couldn't wait to get back on the coach because he had a top buffet waiting for me. I was more bothered about me buffet and I'm robbing it than the match. No, it's Porto. It was very, very poor. You know, people are getting away with it. I'm not going to come on here. And I said before the match, a mate of mine texted me the team, obviously, an hour and a bit before kick-off. And his thing was, you know the kid he comes in here, is he after getting the sack? And I said, why? I said, Johnny Evans is playing. And I replied back, Johnny Evans is mint. And Johnny Evans was mint. Yeah. I wish Johnny Evans was 26. But what he'd losing in pace, it's in his mind.
Yeah.
It's colossal.
Yeah, he was colossal.
I'm looking at the players now, you know, and I don't want to come in here and flag players off, but people are not at the party, so I'm going to name him Martinez because he makes a tackle in the corner in Argentina. Argentina's been poor this year.
Yeah, very poor.
Bruno been very poor. Manu's struggled. I'm not going to have a go at him because he's a young kid and what he did last year, but after 60 minutes, he looks like he's treading water, he's knackered. And the two up front, don't get me going on them. That Xerxes, he looks like he's won a competition to play with his heroes. He's 6'3" or 4.
Yeah.
When I'm coming up against them, thinking I'm on for a right challenge here. He can't control the ball. Looks like he's playing in wellies. You know, prove me wrong, son. I won yet. Prove me wrong. But you've got to do it. I'd said before to G-Nev, coming back from up there, I'll bet anyone now they don't score more than 15 league goals between them. And that's how bad it is. You know, the best wing player we've got, he's not giving him a game, Ahmad.
I'm not sticking up for players here, Webby, but, you know, people will point out when you talk about
Bruno's in that team, Tony. Sorry I went up to create goals.
Yes.
He's doing nothing.
Yeah, he's done nothing.
Nothing.
He's done nothing.
That's why we scored. How many goals have we scored? 5. Absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace, Tony. We could still beat Villa Park now, and we wouldn't have scored.
Yeah, but you know that we've been saying that Bruno should have been dropped and rested.
Not rested, just dropped.
Dropped, rested.
That number 10 position, so in any team, whether Manchester United, Notts County, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Birmingham, is to create chances. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, but is the problem where it lies that they play too much football? You look at Bruno, Manu and Martinez, played right through the summer. They've not had their rest. That's what people would say, Webby. Yeah, and I'm not making excuses for them.
Tony's other teams who players are the same and they're still producing them.
Yes, true.
At Arsenal, at City, at Newcastle, at Chelsea, at Liverpool. They played all summer.
Yeah.
And they're producing the thing. I just think it is Tony, right? I look at Manchester United from the days we've been lucky.
Yeah, very.
To what we've seen under Fergie and all that. We've seen Dross before that, yeah. I do not see the identity of our football club on the pitch. Off the pitch, I see a proper football club. On the pitch, I don't see anything. I don't see no style of play, no identity. And another thing what's doing my head in, it's proper doing my head in, why he's substituting centre-half when they're not injured. Do you know what I do me now, so for the next 4 games, whatever the results are, yeah, play the same 4. Whether we get beat 4-0 against Brentford, so they get a bit of a partnership. When you're bringing them off and on, so your goalkeeper don't have a shit or an haircut.
Yeah, but we've gone on about it. You've mentioned it, I've mentioned it. We don't believe Eric Ten Hag actually knows his best 11. And when you talk about dropping players and all that, Ten Hag goes on about rotation.
But I've never heard so much bullshit in my life. Yeah. Look at Rashford.
Yeah.
You look at the treble-winning team. Did you see Gary Neville getting rotated or David Beckham? You might have seen Giggs now and again drop out and drop in. Did you see they played every game?
Yeah.
They played every single. Don't give me all this rotation. Listen, that's an easy thing to say when your player's playing bad. But when Rashford has scored a 2 and a 1 and he not scored for months, then he leaves him out at Palace. Yeah. Do you know what? I'll be truthful with you. You need a Ouija board to work some of his substitutions out in teams because I've not got a clue.
Oh, no, listen, a lot of people out there, I've said it, Kieran said it. Listen, it is...
Let me ask you something. Go on, answer me this, pal.
Go on, mate.
Out of the matches we played this year, what United player can you say can stand up and hold his head up high in those first 7 matches? And I can only think of one basically, but I had a nightmare against Tottenham, and the rest of them can't for me.
Oh, Nana.
No. I think, right, I look at this so, right.
You mean outfield players?
Yeah. We're playing out from the back.
Yeah.
When it goes to him, he's got his foot on the ball, you've got to get it out quick.
Yeah, but that's been one of our things, though, Webby. We're not seeing quick play. And
just answer that question, Joe. Forget about the goalkeeper, out the 10 outfield players who have mainly started most games. Who can you... No, I think he's been poor, Kieran. I Thinking, the only one who can hold his head up for me, he had a nightmare against Tottenham and Stillo, and I'm not one of his biggest fans. And the rest of them can't.
I'm not too sure.
Show Sunday Kieron at Villa was absolutely pony. He couldn't take his fullback on. He was scared of his fullback.
No, that's been of all, though, hasn't it, really, Webby, when you look at it before.
But you know what, Tony? When I see Ahmad, I get a bit of a spring in me seat.
No, that's true.
And then he's on the fucking bench.
But he does work back as well. That's one good thing about Ahmad. He does work down that line.
And,
he's not putting him on.
You know, as well, pal, is that we was quite lucky here, and I'll go again about Gary Neville and David Beckham, how they created that partnership. As Matt Sarauer and Anthony, didn't they play together for like 100 games? 47, yeah, give him a chance. Because you know what, Anthony come on Sunday, you know I'm not one of his biggest fans. His first 5 minutes, he did more than Rashford. He did. He ran at the play-off. Rashford, do you know what? We was at that end where he should have been sent off. And he went off before they put his number up. He ran off. They made the first sub, and the number wasn't up. And he was running towards our bench, and then he was about 4 yards from it, and they put the number up.
Yeah, but what we've looked at it.
Sent off, Tony.
Yeah, I agree. But we've looked at
Did he want to get sent off?
I don't know about
couple
that.
Of weeks, but hey, it's been done before. I'm not saying he did, but he should have. Any referee, I think, would have sent a player off for that.
He was lucky to escape.
Could have kicked that and did he?
He was lucky to escape, but you know.
Tony, sorry, I'm getting it all off me.
No, listen.
You know what? If you'd have said to me at 1 o'clock on Sunday, we take a player, Villa would have jumped you, would have bit your head off.
Listen.
But they were there for the taking. They had 3 or 4 out injured. City would have gone there on Sunday and done them 3 or 4, same as Liverpool.
Yeah, but you say
we're not there.
You say they had players out, right? Yeah. But they're playing on form. They're the winning side at the moment. They're right up there. United.
Two central midfielders out, and Arno and McGuinn. Yep. 2 top-class players.
You say, I'd have took a point before the game.
Yeah, all day long.
All right, but let's get something right. Everybody thought we was going to get beat.
Yeah,
definitely. Okay, yeah. And if you also look at that United side, there was players missing as well. You had Delit out. You also had...
That was a manager's choice. He wasn't injured.
No, I know that.
The manager left them out. The only 3 players we didn't have fit was the 2 full-backs and Mount. The others were left out. You look at that bench on Sunday.
It's baffling.
They're all his signings.
Yeah. Now,
every one of them.
You know,
Evans is meant. Do you know what? If I could have one wish, for Genie come down or jumped out your wallet and give me a couple of wishes,
that's not so fast.
One of them will be have as much Bugs Bunny as you. That'll be the first one, and the second one was make Johnny Evans 25 again because he's absolute colossal. It was hard. I've come on this channel and said Johnny Evans was our best defender last year, and when we signed him, the people laughed at me on the comments. Webby, you're a clown. Webby, you don't know what you're talking about. Johnny Evans is colossal.
But Johnny Evans isn't the type of player with his age we shouldn't be signing.
Yeah.
Right? That's how desperate we are. Things are bad. Now, when I look at it...
I want to make a statement when you finish, Todd.
Right, when I look at this, right, we're 14th, Webby.
Oh, fuck.
Right? We've only scored 5 goals. Where are the goals going to come from? Why aren't we scoring goals?
Well, it doesn't help when your wingers aren't doing the business, putting it in the box. But then again... You know, you see the chance, what Zirkzee missed against Spurs, just to sit like Ruud van Nistelrooy would have done it straight away. Obviously, strikers thrive on service. And at the moment, our wingers are not coming to the party in any choice. We're not crossing the ball, we're not beating men. So it's hard for them. They've got to sniff around, but good strikers sniff their own chances out. And the only one for me who's been coming... Now, Garnacho, I heard someone saying he's living off that goal from Everton, he's living off that cup final goal. We know what Garnacho can do. And he's having a bad spell at the moment, but it's not just him.
No.
It's Rashford. You get away with one.
Yeah.
But Ahmed should be on the pitch, full stop. He runs at players, he tracks back. We look balanced with him.
I want to look at...
But he's not going to complain if he gets dropped like some other people.
I want to look at Eric Ten Hag, clearly.
Could I just make my statement?
Yeah, of course you can.
Ten Hag.
Of course you can.
Looking at it there. Now, I know Maguire's, I thought he did well at Villa, what he had to do.
Yeah.
And now, people might not agree with this, but we're how we are. Why don't we go to a back 3? Martin, yeah, because our 2 full-backs are flying up anyway. Martinez will be a good left-sided centre-half. Then you've got Harold in the middle, and then you could have Delit there. I just think we should just try it and just keep... Now, I'm not a big lover of it, but I just think to get a bit of confidence in, get them back playing again as a free, because Harold's played mint for England in a freeze, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He gets caught down the channels.
He told us his body he has to look after it, Webby, and he knows himself he's not going to last the season. And I also look at Eric Ten Hag. I also look at Eric Ten Hag. Right? He won't. No, but he won't change. He won't change it. He sticks to it, and that's what a lot of people are criticising, that he's not flexible enough. But if he went to a back three, then wouldn't he be experimenting? And it's the wrong time. It's 7 games in, Webby, and we're 14th in the league.
I know what you're saying.
And the pressure's on.
I just think for confidence for Martinez and De Ligt to play that extra man at the back with him, because our wing-backs, our full-backs are like wingers anyway. So if they're bombing forward, or we got caught out against Tottenham, we got caught out against Liverpool, we've got cover there. I just think it'll just breed a bit of confidence and stick with that for 3 or 4 games, whether we win them or not.
There's times when you've sort of said to yourself, right, they've put in a decent performance for one half. They've not put in a performance for 90 minutes. Maybe at Crystal Palace that was about 70, 75 minutes, right? But this team can't stick to a formation. All they can do is defend. You've seen that at Aston Villa. They defended, Webby. Once they break out, they seem to break up when they go in the penalty box. I don't see the action in the penalty box. And going forward, Ten Hag has to change that, because he will lose his job. And maybe already they've decided that Eric Ten Hag can't change it.
Tony, if they'd made a decision, he'd be gone now. He'd back in Holland.
You think so?
Yeah. They weren't making the decision. This was the ideal chance. You know, it never... You look at the Porto game, 2-up against the poor Porto team, by the way.
Yeah, terrible.
And I'm looking to get a draw at the end. Obviously, like we said before, you take a point from Villa. If you would have asked me all day long, defensively, I think as a unit, but okay. I just think in the Europe game and the Tottenham game, individual mistakes were getting punished, which they normally do.
Yeah.
But I just think if we can play the free, I thought Lindelof come on and did okay on Sunday. I thought he did. He wasn't great, but he did okay.
Yeah.
He did okay, but I just think that no matter the fact that we need a bit of confidence in the team, because I'm not saying we're going out and we're looking defeat, but watching the players in the warm-up and, you could tell, did they really fancy it?
Pressure though, Webby. There's a lot of pressure there.
Pressure by playing for United. Massive pressure playing for this club, but listen, if you can't handle it, if you can't stand it, you get out of the kitchen.
Do you see as though like Van Nistelrooy's brought anything different to this team?
Well, he's not brought any fucking goal scoring such as that, because the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, but surely that's down to them all, Webby. It's not down to one person.
Who's signing these players? Who's actually signing? Who's looking at these players so on big money? Who's looking at him saying, let's have got nothing against Archie and Ireland, but what we paid for them to, we could have got a proven goal scorer in Harry Kane.
Well, why haven't we played Ugarte, Webby? When you're talking about signing players, why haven't we played Ugarte? I thought Ugarte was going to be a nailed shoe-in for that game at Aston Villa.
Well, it surprised me.
Chased him all summer.
He didn't play against Porto neither.
No.
Strange. And I think Kobe needs to be taken out. I'm not going to come in here. I've got Kobe. The kid's 19. He's had a cracking summer, cracking start to his life at year 9. But he's been poor. Young kids have dips, and he's having a dip. Because that last 20 minutes before he got brought off, he looked like he was treading water.
I listened to Berbatov the other day, Webby, and he said that the players should feel ashamed at Johnny Evans's performance. And when you look at it, it wasn't just Johnny Evans what I thought was a great game, right? Eriksen as well. It's like the old guard turned up, and Eriksen performed right the way through the game.
If you look at 1 or 2 years ago, we was trying to get rid of the likes of Eriksen.
Oh, I agree with you.
And now they won't get back in the team. He don't give the ball away. But if we really want to challenge Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea and Arsenal, we cannot be doing it with Eriksen in the team. I'm sorry.
No, I agree with you.
We've got to go better.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
And I'm looking now.
What am I lying is the difference.
Looking now. The only player we had in midfield for me would be in your face. We sold him for 40 million. I know. And that's obviously 100% profit. Understand that. And United have got, I think they've got something like 25 million now profit above the thing. So that's selling me.
Scott McTominay. I've always said, Webby, I'm glad you brought it up, but Scott McTominay.
Tony, with McTominay, people say, oh, Jesse Lingard got it. Tony and O'Neill gets it. Webby gets it. Of course we get it. But you still got to put performance in.
Yeah.
He got it and put performance in. And, and then you don't realise, so you've lost something and it's gone. How much you miss it. I'm not going to say it's going to start every game, but if we had a press on, what we need to do, it'd get in the faces. And we've not got that now.
No, we got.
We miss it. They're loving him, by the way. Those Napoli mob, who are like a load of lunatics.
Yeah.
They're loving him.
Yeah, loving him. But
Absolutely loving him.
You look at the team now, Webby, right? There's 7 games in here. We're 14.
It seems about 27 games in, done it? That's what it feels like.
Yeah, well, it's really got, and it's grinding on everyone. It's like, we're stepping from like one game to another, and like we're all getting depressed and at what we're seeing on the pitch. I know, Webby, that's how we feel.
I just said to the one in that canal, it's still full of reds from the top. Then Matt is like, oh, Webby, can we come out yet?
Listen, by the time that the next game comes up, Webby, what do you want to see on that pitch? We're at home to Brentford,
which will be an hard game. We were playing well at the moment.
Score in a minute. I don't know what's happening there. Who's putting somebody in the water there?
I don't know, but I want a performance, a passion, performance for the shirt, learn to keep the ball, just basic stuff in football. I've got the ball and you're my teammate and passing to you.
Yeah, but we've been saying that.
Yeah, but Tony,
Webby, how long have we been saying that?
What are they doing on the training pitch then?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue because whatever's... No, I don't think anyone's got a clue because whatever's happening...
I'm not saying you've got... I've said it before, you've not got any right to win any game of football.
No.
But Christ, give 100%. Give 100%. No player turns up on a Saturday or whenever and permanently plays bad. But those players who do that, they give 100% if it's not going right. I want to see shots. I want to be entertained, Tony.
Yeah, well, we're not being entertained.
They've not been entertained. You know when Ronaldo was in his first spell? Remember, I was playing Tottenham and was 2-0 down. We won 5-2. The best second half of football I've seen in my life. I scored 5 goals. Tony's on the edge of my seat all game. It was absolutely mint. Now, I'm not expecting that every game with the players we've got, but Christ, give me a bit of entertainment, mate, for the Bugs Bunny you spend on the ticket.
But what's
nice?
What's the future, Webby? Is it with Eric Ten Hag? Do you think he can give us a future? Do you think Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers think he's got a future?
Tony, listen, I want the man to succeed.
The question here? Let me stop you. The question here: we all want him to succeed. Yeah, there's no way about that, right? But what does he have to do to succeed? What is success? We're 7 games in, Webby.
To play football, excite the crowd. The crowd are going in there now, like they thought at the end of it. Yeah, dreading whoever we play. Absolutely dreading it.
And if we don't get the football, Webby, how long do we give him?
Well, to be honest, I honestly thought after that Villa game, he was gone.
Did you?
I honestly thought, yeah. I just think if we caught Villa, he was still riding on the crest of the wave for that Bayern Munich game. But if you look at that, if it wasn't for their goalkeeper, Munich would have won that all day long. He made 4 to 5 worldies. Harry Kane was poor that night, but we all have off nights. I just think that we've gone there and we've looked at him and thought, well, is a bad point? No, not really. But they were there for the taking. That was the worst thing about it. They was there, but we didn't have a goal. We had the Rashford shot at the start of the game, the Rashford shot in the second half, what was right at him, which tips over. We had the Bruno free kick, and then the Anthony shot from the rebound. And that was it, so... No, I don't think they had any. I don't think Onana made any saves.
I agree.
I can't remember.
No, I don't think he... I know that. I thought he played really well, Onana. He marshaled that back foot.
Defensive-wise, we're one of the best in the league. It's a fucking scoring and creating. When your number 10's not creating, and your winger's not creating, and your 2 lads up front aren't in the best of form and a proven goal scorers, you're going to struggle. So you need your wingers playing as wingers. You need your number 10 to create. That's what he's there for, Bruno, to create chances and score. And he's been poor. So now, obviously, with the international breaks doesn't help. But once you get him back, Ten Hag has got to get this sorted for the Brentford game. Because if it goes wrong for Brentford, he's got a goal, mate. He's got a goal. And I want him to succeed as much as you and all the United fans out there. But the football's terrible. The football's boring. I've not got a clue what we're doing. And I'm just a normal lad from Salford. He's on multi-millions of pounds. And he's not exciting me, so. He's not exciting any United fan. It's got to change quick.
We've tried to have a sensible discussion. We've gone from one thing to another. We've gone round the circles and all that. But I'm sure
we could be here for 8 hours debating this.
No. It's like the old days, Webby. Do you know what I mean? We're just missing sitting in the pub, having a pint and discussing it all. And I'm sure many people out there are going round and round in circles. I don't think there's any quick fix to this. I don't think there's any good answers, good questions to get what's going on here. Because I'm baffled. There is too much what's going on. And I know out there people are confused. Going forward, 14th is not good enough. 5 goals is absolutely diabolical. We need to start winning games and scoring goals. What the future holds, I'm not sure of you, Webby. So
Not got a clue.
not got a clue. And to be honest with you,
Yes, for the football club, but obviously that starts with the manager. If he's not performing, so it's a result business.
it's a results business.
We're not getting the results, mate, so the manager's going to fail. But there again, you look at Mourinho, you look at Moyes, you look at Van Gaal. This mob will throw you under the bus again. You need a big personality in there today. And it was funny, though, when we've just been up to the overlap there, you're right big in Roy Keane. And what Roy Keane was saying, he was right. Some of these players need to be told. They need to fucking put a shift in.
Problem is contracts. I look at Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He's got a long-term plan here. This long-term plan might end up being cut short because if we don't succeed getting the goals and getting higher than 14th, there's big trouble coming. Listen, thanks for watching the channel. Smash that like button. Please subscribe and we'll be back tomorrow with another video.